So a big part of treating elbow pain is all about treating areas that refer into the elbow. The triceps is it for us. So we've got the lateral head, we've also got the main bulk of the tricep coming through here. Remember that we've got the ulnar nerve on the inside here as well, so we don't want to be messing with that ulnar nerve. Okay, so when we're working through these areas, the trigger points, okay, so there's one in the medial, there's one in the lateral, and there's also one on the triceps tendon as well. So these are 3 trigger points that we can look at treating specifically for elbow pain. So once again, it's a broad approach. You'll notice my hand is underneath the elbow itself. So we just sink down, and then you can roll either across or medial and pick up these trigger points. So the beauty of these trigger points is that they do refer, and they refer basically very, very sharply into the lateral elbow itself. The medial one may refer into the medial one. So because we're talking about lateral elbow pain here, we would concentrate on this lateral trigger point out here. So we just sink into that there. Obviously we can work along the length of the muscle as well, so make sure that it's well stabilized so that the muscle doesn't move around all over the place, because that will inhibit the release that you're trying to get. So I'm just working up and along, okay, and then I can sit right onto that trigger point. Now once again, as we use our NAT approach for trigger points, it's a matter of sitting, sinking in, waiting, making sure that it's comfortable for our clients, and just let the body do what it does. Remember, if you push too hard, you're not going to get the release you want. So you work along, move to the next one. So there's another trigger point up here, further along and up. Now, when we're working the tricep and trying to take as much tension out as we can, we need to work along. But remember, the tricep tendon comes all the way, ducks down underneath here. So this is another really critical area of work. So we come down along the length, tuck in, and then we can sit right into the back of that shoulder area as well, because that's also critical, believe it or not, for lateral elbow pain as well. Okay, so I'll recap again. Triceps, we've got the lateral head here, we have the trigger point in the lower half, we've also got a trigger point in the tricep tendon itself, we have the ulnar nerve coming down here, so we want to stay away from that ulnar nerve, but we do have a trigger point in the medial head. Keep in mind that when you are working along this area, that you don't venture too far medial and work along the ulnar nerve. It'll be quite simple if you are, because they'll start to have basically neural pain going into these fingers, okay? So it'll be like pins and needles. Okay, so working the length, stopping along the way, treating those trigger points, letting them blend off, sink, release, and then stripping through the rest of the tricep.